on water duty. Oh, so bloody warm here today. Look at that tree. The colour of it. It's like some ornamental pine. Is it a pine? Pine trees have needles. Whoa, this is tricky. Hey, maybe I should have. Oh look, there's people still up there. People up there messing in the water. There's another little kill pill down here. I've never come down past this bend in the river. Wow. Amazing little spot. I should have left these on the bloody bank. I've seen a fish darting around in that pool. I could jump across it, but I'm not going to risk it holding this in my hand. A river walk. Oh, that breeze is lovely. Tricky. So I'm going to turn this off here now. Fill these buckets. Down here, checking on my spalted oak, which I actually thought was spalted birch, just because of the bark on it, you know. But it was Mike. I forget his YouTube. Wild Irish Soul. So Mike was like, no, I think that's beech, or I think that's oak, and I was like, no, it's definitely birch. But yeah, so I've taken it off this tree. here. Like, that's what is. Oh no, it's definitely birch, no. But anyway, stepping away from that, I was down here messing with that little pile. But I have this pile gone over a year anyway, through all this stuff here anyway, last August or September, whatever it was. There's actually, we've got these little buggers growing out of it. Maybe I'll actually just twist this. No damage done. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few on that side as well. And my plan is to have a couple of these going around. Turkey tails, whatever else. I know there's turkey tails here. I've seen them before. Now they're only babies, but it was last summer I spotted them. But anyway, moving along. Going up to the camp now. Water on the boil for a cup of coffee, or maybe some mint tea. I don't know, I'll see. I think I need a coffee though more so than a tea. There's very little wood there, so I'm gonna have to go up and get some wood now. After my cup of joe. Yeah, where am I gonna go to get that now? I'm gonna try find some deadfall over here somewhere. Just have a quick look. A few little pieces here and there, but I was thinking of a whole tree. So I was. As opposed to stuff that's just like this. Small diameters. Little pellets of poo. Oh, look like snapper. No. Look what the fairies just gave me. Look at that. For those of you that don't know what they are peat briquettes. Imagine, the fairies, they're always good to me. Hand with that's cutting into me. Oh. Blood pneumonia, smokeless fuel. I wonder who left them there. Happy days. They'll last a few hours. So they will, so they will. Cup of joe time. I'm still gonna have to go off and get a few bits, regardless, anyway. Shite. That wasn't supposed to happen, I can assure you. Don't know how that fell over there. The ghosts of the forest taking the mick. I should do it, actually. Aye, aye, aye. The ghosts of the forest. There goes the bottle of water over there. Casper's out walking around. Yeah, so actually, I'm gonna get chocolate. I think I'll keep the tea for the morning. Before getting the bus out of here. That bird there, I don't know. I think it might have been a jay. I'm not sure. Yeah, so early bus out of here tomorrow. Yeah, could be like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It'd be before 10 o'clock anyway, the first bus. There's only 2 buses a day, as far as I know, on a Monday. So there's one at 9. There's probably one about 6. That would actually make sense. A 9 o'clock bus gets back to Dublin for 11. And then that 11 o'clock bus comes back out. I don't eat many sweets at all. When it comes to chocolate and stuff, it's pretty rare. Those Mars bars have been sitting in my fridge for about 2 weeks. It's mostly when I'm out fishing and camping that I do eat chocolate. And when you think back to being a kid, you could sit there and eat multi-packs upon multi-packs of chocolate till you literally felt sick. Two bars of chocolate a month. I don't even know if I'm in view there. I think I might be. When I got up this morning, there was only embers sitting in the bottom of the fire pit there. Couldn't find my lighter. Well, I knew it was in my tent and I was sitting here, and I just didn't want to get up, go rummaging for it. And yeah, I just picked loads of dry stuff, threw it on the fire, and I just left it sitting there for a few minutes, and I started smoking. Just bits of bark and leaves and whatever lying around. And then when I started smoking, I just like blew on it, and it was just blew up in flames. It was a magic moment. There wasn't a breeze at that split second of time. My air travelled 1.5 meters. Oh, fly me here. 1.5 meters, and just ignited it. It just needed that little breath of air. But the forest was literally just covered in smoke. It was all blown off to your left there, my right. Yeah, the forest, the trees were nearly blue with the smoke. It'd been sitting there like for 10 minutes or something, and it just combusted. It was a magic moment. A magic moment. Off film, off camera. It was off lens. Firecraft. Sorcery. There's a lot of footage I have to wade through for this. I didn't get many pictures, in fairness. You know, I think I spent the first 6 hours just ranting about my chair and my keg. And the thing of it is, whenever I talk to someone that's been here and I'm at home or whatever, or someone messages me, I'm like, is everything okay? Is it alright? Is there rubbish? It's known locally as the Triangle House. Don't know if I said that in an earlier video, but yeah, it's known as the Triangle House. Yeah, what to do this evening? I don't know. I had plans of going to get an ice cream and all earlier, but I never did. Dinner wise, I could probably make an omelette with that ham, and then make some chips. I should know, it's getting late though. 7 o'clock and not a child in the house washed. The fire I had here last night was probably the biggest fire. It's one of the biggest fires I ever had. A friend of mine died a few weeks ago. It was actually the weekend of my birthday. He died. And there was a few of us, we were off at a festival. And we were actually talking about him the day he got found. We were actually sitting there talking about him. Little did we know. Max, if you're watching this, how are you? It was you I was talking to about. Judo Robbie. That was my friend's name. But anyway, yeah, last night then, you know, a few drinks, and I don't think it wasn't emotional, but it was a bit raw. Things were a bit raw. I went into a Facebook group dedicated to him, just seeing a few things, you know, and I just brought back a couple of happy memories and things like that. But yeah, I made 1 or 2 videos then and posted it into the group. Me sitting here at the fire and just creating big sparks, blasting out his tunes, one of his DJ mixes. Yeah, it was fun, it was nice. His mother appreciated the post anyway. She's seen it. She left 1 or 2 comments. I haven't gone back near Facebook today. I probably should, just to see what she had said, you know. Life's strange, you know. Robbie was a bit younger than me. He was a good lad. I've actually lost a couple of friends in the last 10 years, and they were all younger than me, through different groups, but they all knew each other. And life bites, it hurts. I'm supposed to do that now. Yeah, such is life, you know. Sometimes the grief, it can affect you really hard, like it can hit you like a hammer. And other times it's just like a pat on the back. I'm not always good with it. It's one of the reasons I suppose I come out here. Yeah, it's definitely one of the reasons I come out here. Blow off that steam, you know. All that built up inside you. And you come out here, you just breathe it out. Hence why I don't really like doing 1 and 2 day camps. I think I said that yesterday in the video. Like, yeah, you can get the benefits of sitting in a forest, in a park, under a tree, for a half an hour. But when you're out in the forest for a few days, the longer you spend, the nicer and nicer it becomes. The more and more nicer it becomes. 7 days, I think, was the longest. Last summer, it was like 7 days. I didn't even document much of that. I think my power banks went. Maybe that's what it was. Leaves falling, freaking me out. What's that? Over there. What's that over there? Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing 2 weeks. Like I said, I had plans of taking this down and whatever this weekend, but I had little side quests going on. Maybe I could do a 2 week one. Could I do a 2 week one up here doing this? Yeah, probably do the rebuild for 2 weeks and maybe organise it in such a way that I would have different people coming in and out. Yeah, as I was saying last night, I invited my daughter up today, but she's in work and all. Or it was actually this morning I was saying that, yeah, and then I was replied to her. She said she wants to, and she might do it at the end of August. I'll just sit back and do nothing. Let her burn the sausages. Burn her fingers. Get splinters. Pine needles in her hair. Spiders. I had a major bite in the back of my neck, I think. I don't think it's a spot, but yeah, Friday evening the midges were here for a bit, but they weren't too bad at all, in fairness. I never really noticed them. I don't think they like me for the most part. I had 3 little bites on my hand, and they've actually cleared up now. There was one on my knuckle. As I say that, there's a fly in my ear. God, I love camping. A Mars ice cream would be nice, I think. I think a Guinness would be nice. A few Guinness, huh? Get a few Guinness. Abandoned camp. Head to the village. Go to the pub. Set up camp on a stool. A pack of peanuts. I'm happy with that little grate came in handy this morning doing my sausages. They were actually just plain bratwursts. I prefer the chilli ones. I like them with a bit of spice. Especially with them when you put the sweet chilli sauce on them. I wonder if it'll rain again tonight. I haven't checked the weather. A lot of rumbling in the bushes. I'm trying to think of a word. There's a word and it's lunar something. And it's a cycle that happens twice a day. In the morning time and in the evening time. And it's when animals are active mostly. And it's measured between the height of the moon and the sun and 1 or 2 other things. I can't actually remember. But yeah, some days are better than others with this cycle. I think people who fish trawlers and things like that, hunt animals, they'd know what it is. Or something, I'll have to Google it. But yeah. And because it was actually a full moon on Friday, or was it Saturday? I'm not sure, yeah, so the activity would be heightened. Probably why I seen those deer. Food for thought. I must actually look that up. Like, it's something I've always known. Oh yeah, the birds are active in the morning and they're active in the evening. But they can be active like for say between 7 and 9 in the morning, and then again at like 4 and 6, and then there's a bout in between as well where they can become active. I should look into it more for when I'm out fishing, when I'm out beach fishing. So it's like 4 times a day at the height of this lunar cycle thing. Yeah, I think they can be active like 4 times a day. Early morning, mid-morning, early afternoon, late afternoon, or early evening. I'll just shut up now because I'm not even sure what it's called. I'm here to put my knife that time. I'm gonna have to go off and get a couple of bits of wood. I'm not gonna be up late. I think it was 3 o'clock when I went to bed last night. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock maybe I'll go to bed tonight. That's the plan. I also want to go down and sit at the river as well this evening. With that said, I'm going to turn this off now, so I'll leave it there. Oh yeah, sweet chili bratwurst. Thanks very much. That'll do nicely. I've got ham on as well. Smoked ham on. And then I've got this fine specimen of trout. Yeah. It is what it is. Asparagus. Just out. I don't want to get much more into it. Some orange too, and some asparagus. I was actually going to tie this together and do it like on a spit, but it is what it is. Clean my hands, clean my hands, clean my hands. Those high vis tops will do. Maybe I should put the butter into it first before doing this, but it'll be okay. As you can see, rather messy. This is why I was going to tie it together. With no lemon. Just salt on it, I suppose. Be alright. Pepper. Just go with that. You time this for me for an hour. Throw this back in. There's the ham, and there's the fish. Pull that up, like so. Maybe a bit more. There's a whole lot of light going on there. I have a torch up here, torch underneath it, and the camera on. Bright lights. Bit of food on there. After soaking 4 beers since I've last been on. There was a memory clog on my phone and things stopped recording. So yeah, my phone has just been off and charging. It's now on 100%. I was down the river for a bit, took a few pictures and that, but I didn't want to overdo the memory. I don't know if I got any videos of it. Just noticed I bumped my finger. Yeah, so down the river, came back, done the fire, started pissing rain, I'd say 8 o'clock-ish, half 8, something like that. Didn't last very long, maybe an hour max. So yeah, I was just sitting here chilling out, not a word, not a sound apart from the fire. Yeah, and then I was just getting hungry, so I was like, oh, do the fish, and then I was like, oh, do the smoked ham. The ham's gonna take hours, in fairness. I'm gonna say 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. I've never cooked it like that. It's always been in a pot boiling. Yeah, just been chilling out. No weird noises or anything tonight. A few people screaming and shouting going up the road, going down the road, on their way to the party, I'd imagine. Pull that fire away from the meat. Yeah, so that's pretty much my buzz for the evening. It's probably about 11 o'clock now. I got back from the river about 7:30 maybe. No, it wasn't. It was actually later than that. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. My time's been all over the place this weekend. I haven't been paying attention to it. What else? Nothing really. Just spent about 50 minutes getting this fire to where it is now. A big bed of embers. As you're seeing, moment ago. Hope that fish doesn't burn. So yeah, just what have we got left? Maybe 4 beers left, 3 beers, something like that. By the time I get through them, it'll be fish time. I'd imagine the fish is gonna take an hour. I'll check it in 40 minutes. That's what I'll do. Check the fish in 40 minutes. I have it tucked under that ledge there. There's a bat there squeaking. Yeah, I have the ham and the fish tucked under the ledge, so it's nearly like an oven there. The heat comes in, hits the rocks, goes up under the ledge. Should be good. Maybe I might do some like chips, scallops, something like that. The fish. Brought a few potatoes with me because I had planned on doing like some kind of a Sunday dinner with the ham, roast carrots, potatoes, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see what the crack is. As I was saying earlier about my daughter messaging me, what was I doing for Sunday dinner, or what was I doing for Sunday, and I was just like, oh, told her all the stuff that she doesn't like: roast lamb, jelly, It's roast veg. But she was like, oh, come up and see it anyway. I think I might have said this in the video earlier, I don't know, because there was a memory problem with the fucking phone. And yeah, I might actually say to her now in a few minutes when I do this video, if she wants to come up to the forest and I'll do a barbecue. I'll do a barbecue, I will. I'll do a barbecue. Seeing as I have a new grate. I have a new grate, a new grill. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I was also thinking of taking a walk down towards the car park. There's a few people down there in caravans, trailer vans, and yeah, I was talking to one of them earlier when I was putting the rubbish down, and they seem nice. I asked them if they wanted to come up or whatever, but they're cozy down there. They've got kids, but they're like, oh, we're having a few drinks tonight. If you want to come down, you can. So I might go down. 15-20 minutes. We'll see. But yeah, apart from that now, nothing really. When the rain started, I kind of panicked and I just cleared off the table and put everything inside. Obviously there's no table inside, so everything's just on the ground in bags. Which is annoying. Hence the thoughtful pause. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, because I want to keep some batteries so I can have some tunes, and you never know, I might go fucking tormenting deer at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'll need battery for that, won't I? I'm gonna turn off all of these lights now because I was really enjoying sitting in the dark, but I just wanted to put this whole fish and ham thing on video. So ciao for now. Sizzle, sizzle. They're only on about 15 minutes, but smoked ham. Absolutely amazing. Tastes lovely. I swear to God. Flesh just falling off the skin. All the bones just popped out of it. Scraped them down there. Took the spine out. Burning away in the fire there. Well, it is slightly overdone, but well, here's the bones stuck to the veg. When I pulled the veg out, the bones were just sticking to it. Bones just popped out. Wow. Few little lads, nothing to worry about. I know people use the skin off these. Well, salmon. Like, look at that. Wow. They use the skin off the salmon to make pouches and stuff. It's a primitive technology. I don't think you can use trout skin though, but it would be something similar to like, sorry, got a bone there. It'd be something similar to what like leathercraft is. But I don't think you can use trout skin. I don't think the scales are thick enough for it or whatever. Look at that. It's actually 3 years since I cooked wild trout on a fire. The beginning of the lockdown here in Ireland. February. I think it was the February. And I came into the woods. I had planned my camping trip anyway, regardless of it being lockdown. And it just so happened the day that I had planned my camping trip was the Thursday or the Friday that the Leo Varadkar fella, who was then in charge, had announced a lockdown was imminent. And there's me packing away up to these woods, literally in this exact same position. And I had a couple of sea trout with me in my bag. I chopped down loads of oak and stuff, and I smoke cooked them for a few hours. But yeah, that was the last time I had fish that I'd caught in the woods. February, March 2019, whatever it was, don't know, I forget. It was so funny though. There was people looking at my story, never seen it. And at this stage I hadn't got a YouTube channel. But yeah, people are messaging me. Oh, you'd want to see it, man, it's crazy. There's plastic glass in the shops and everything's shut off and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting here on the Saturday night in this exact position, roughly. And yeah, people are telling me to turn on the radio and listen to the fucking president or the Taoiseach of Ireland give a speech. And I was just like, no, I'm in the woods. Don't be annoying me with your nonsense. And sure enough, I left 2 days later, after being up here for 5 days or whatever, and the whole bus, the whole way back on the bus, there was only 2 people, and you could sense that fear straight away, that COVID fear. Do you know what I mean? The COVID fear. Whereas like, It's that fear that you get when you walk into a shop or you walk into a closed space and you see people without masks and you're like, yeah, it was that COVID fear. For the first time, I remember talking to my mate Lorcan, and he actually wasn't well. He had it at the time. He's probably the first case in Ireland or something. But I was talking to him the whole way home, and I got off the bus in the city centre and I was like, Jesus Lorcan, like, the place is empty. There's no one around. This is fucking weird. Dublin City was like a ghost town. It was like 4 AM on a bank holiday Monday. It was just burger wrappers still blowing around the streets and shit. And here's me walking out of the woods into that. Yeah, it was crazy. It was like something out of the Book of Eli, if you get what I'm saying. For those of you that have seen that film. Veg is cold now. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. That's the last time I had fish that I caught. Cooked in the woods. The day they announced a lockdown. There's a lot of bones on this side. The other side, the bones just peeled out. I thought I got them all. This was one of them fish. When I was filming it at the time, I just ran the knife through it. I didn't care. I think I might have been like night fishing. Not night fishing, but just fishing in the dark. So when I got it out of the water, I was just running a knife through it, and that's it. Get the head and tail off it. Get the guts out. Yeah, so this fish is actually sitting in my fridge since April. I think it was April. I'm not sure now. The video was on YouTube anyway of when I caught this. Skin just peeling off it. So good. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling. I'm gonna leave it there now. I'm gonna finish this fish off, have another beer, and then I'm going to bed. I might bring you back if the lions, tigers and bears show up.